Welcome back to my channel, and I'm not so sure if I'm going to be starting my video out like this as an intro or if I'm going to wait until my makeup is done and use that as an intro, but either way, I'm bringing you an intro. So while summer is still in right now, I figured that I would actually do a makeup look because I haven't even done that. I've actually kind of put makeup on the back burner unintentionally for a while. I don't want to do that because that's something that I enjoy doing. That is a talent that has been given to me by God, and I want to continue to do that because it is a passion of mine. I've been used to doing summer glows and summer glows. That's all I've ever done, I think that's all I've ever done. I'm actually gonna be doing a pink makeup tutorial. Let's get into the video. So now for this look, I'm going to be going into my Morphe brushes palette right here, and we're going to be using my 35B palette. Bam. I don't have time for it to focus. I don't have time. We're gonna be utilizing this row right here, these three, not the whole row, but we're gonna use these three shades right here. So with this color, I'm gonna start out by using this, what is this, like a magenta? Before we get started, we're going to actually go into my primer, my lid primer, my eye primer, my eyeshadow primer, because we can't move forward without eyeshadow primer, okay? If we don't, then you're gonna have a lot of creases and it's not gonna be cute, okay? So now what we're gonna be using is my Lay and Low Pro Longwear Paint Pot by MAC. So it looks just like this. I don't know, it's just something about the ring finger. Can anybody else like agree to that? I don't use my middle finger, my pointer, my index, whatever you guys call it. Okay, my left eye is watering. So now we're gonna go into the 35B palette by Morphe brushes, and I'm gonna go in with that magenta looking pink. Don't make fun of me if it's not magenta, okay? This is gonna go into my crease. I usually use like a brown transition color, tan transition color. This is a little different, but that's the whole point of this video. Just like to start in the crease first, on the outer end, and then I like to work my way in, like so. So I don't start anywhere else just yet, just keeping it in the center, in the crease. See that? Oh, not bad. Now that I've decided that I'm gonna use as much as I can of my eye space up here, I'm going to do that with my brush, and then I'm gonna work in a circular motion upward. I did not dip back into the same eyeshadow. I just used the same brush, dabbed off the excess amount, and then I just worked my way up above my crease. And I like to do like a little, brush it out as if I'm creating some type of wing, because it makes me feel good. See? Now I'm gonna add a little bit more into my crease. And we're gonna keep it in the crease. Guys, there's a first time for everything. I've never done a straight up pink look. Like, I'm not adding any other color, like a brown or a black or anything like that. This is a straight pink eyeshadow look. So I'm kind of excited. Actually, I'm really excited to see how this look is gonna turn out. Oh, and the brush that I'm using is by Morphe. Morphe brushes, this is the M503 blending brush. Windshield wiper, bam, bam. That's it. Now we're moving on to the left eye. So I'm a little bummed out because I had planned on editing my part 2 to my part 1 God's Little Makeup Artist video. I forgot what I titled it, but it's my most recent one, the one that I posted prior to posting the entrepreneurship video. It was a part 2, and I went to go into my photos, you know, like the iPhoto, or not iPhoto, the photos area on your Mac or your MacBook, and it was gone. The only thing I could think of is when I was trying to create space on my computer and I was so desperate that I probably just deleted that one. So I'm really sad about that. So I guess what I will do right now is just, I'm sure that I remember what that one was about. I was talking about being careful. I touch on this all the time. It's nothing really new, but I feel like I have to say it again or so many times because not only am I talking to you guys, but I'm really stabbing the excess off. But it's like I'm really reminding myself because these are things that I go through or I'm currently in right now. And I find it very important to remind myself. And if I'm reminding myself, why not remind you? Make sure you're careful with who you are sharing things that God has placed inside of you to do. Be careful of who you open up to about those things. Not everyone is going to believe what God has for you. So what I just did was go back into that same shade and I applied it to my crease and I kept it in my crease. Now I'm just brushing out the sides, like, you know, like as if I'm creating like a wing. Just brush out the shade a little bit, just you know, whatever is left on the brush. Like so. It's like that. What do you think so far? All right, I'm gonna leave that alone. Now we're going to be going into this pink right here. It's real bright. Like, let's see how the pigmentation works. Let's do this. So excited. And I'm just patting this shade on, this color, sorry. We're just gonna pat this pink in because if you brush it on, you will not be able to see, you know, the fullness of this color. And that's the whole point today. We going pink. Pink, pink, pink. Anyway, you want to be careful of that because all it takes is for someone really close to you to say to you something that will just discourage you out of doing what God had called you to do. You'll start to question whether or not you're doing the right thing or if what you're doing is foolish because somebody else doesn't believe it. It's usually when people don't believe it for themselves. This is what I was saying in the part 2. If they can't believe that God can do something good for them, they're not going to believe it for you. And we're talking people who are very close to you. We're not talking about just random people at work, like where you just walk into your job and you're like, girl, God told me and showed me this, 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 and this. I mean, we're talking, unless you trust the person, unless you really trust them and they believe the same. And even if it's something that, no, I'm not gonna say that. Unless you really trust someone, you're not just gonna walk up in a space and be like, hey, this is what God put in my heart to do, and now I'm gonna go do it, because to them it'll seem foolish. You just wanna keep that same faith, because that faith is what's going to get you there. That faith in what God has placed inside of you or has shown you is what's going to keep you going to stay on that path to get to that place. People can look at you and still judge you and tell you that what you're doing is not enough. I think that can take you off your path too. Please turn out the way that I imagine it will turn out. We're gonna add this to the outer. We're just watch me go, because we're doing this together. And we're just gonna deepen the crease more. Same thing, we're just gonna brush this outward after I dab off some of the excess shadows. I'm gonna need for you to comment down below and let me know if this look turned out or is turning out nicely, because she thinks she's doing something. Now we're back. The lashes that I chose to use to actually allow the pink to show through is the KoKo lashes in Soho. And I've only worn these like 3 times, but because I've struggled so much with putting these little bad boys on, I feel like, do they look clumpy to you? It doesn't matter, okay? This is the lash we're going with, okay? So now we're gonna go ahead and dust away the bake. There we go. My Morphe brush is an M321. It's like a little baby blend brush. Then I'm gonna use that magenta shade on the lower lash line. Oh, looks good. If my skin were lighter, I would have definitely used the same pink that's on my lid on the lower lash line, but since I'm a deeper complexion or a deep complexion, it is best to go in with the darker shade that was used in your crease, FYI. And then I like to drag it up so that it connects. Don't add shadow to your lower lash line if you're not gonna connect it to the top. It shouldn't look detached like that. It looks way more seamless when it is pulled into the shadow. I think I'm doing good so far, guys. I've never done a pink eyeshadow look before. These lashes are real long. Nothing like Queen Bee, the ones that I usually use, but these will have to do because they're on there now. Ain't nothing you can do about it. And I like to put the mascara as close to the lash line as I possibly can, so that way it darkens up the lash line as well. Ooh. So for my highlight, I'm not going to be using my Lucy. I'm going to be using my, who is she? My Kat Von D Alchemist Halographic palette, and we're going to be using the pink. Oh, it's called Opal, but it's the pink one, and it's right down here. I'm going to be using that on the high points of my face, and then I think I'm going to actually go in with a shimmer color. I'm going to add this to the inner corners of my eyes. Pray that it turns out. These lashes, though, come on, Karen. Oh, girl, wait, hold on. Hold on. Oh, not bad. You want to pull that in to the crease, just like that. I think that's enough. And make sure it looks decent on the bottom as well. A natural beauty mark that I always highlight, where is it? I mean enhance, is right there. And I usually like to just take my mascara and put a little dot on it and call it a day. I'm gonna be going in with my L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Powder Bubble. Did I regret using this lash though? Or whatever vision has been placed in your heart, write them down. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 2 to 3. Read those verses, okay? They are so valuable. They are so true. It is so real. I literally have it here on my vision board. I have the things like pictures cut out and pasted onto the board surrounding those verses. And it's so important because when I wake up in the morning, it's literally right there at the foot of my bed. I can see it in red, and God constantly reminds me. In verse 3 of Habakkuk chapter 2 verses 3, it says, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it will speak, and it will not lie. Though it tarries, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry." Keep walking in faith. I now know, because of sermons that I've listened to, and because of my reading the word, and because of my current situation, that stepping out on faith is one thing, but living it out is another thing for me. Just the reason why it's another thing for me is because it's like that next level. Now you're just uncomfortable. You're not in this comfort zone. You feel a tug, you feel a push. If you feel like you're being pushed into doing something that is feeling like you're being yanked from what you are comfortable with, faith without works is definitely dead, okay? If you're not working towards that thing that God has placed in your heart to do, and you're just sitting on it, and you're doing what you think is best for you, it's not gonna work out. If it's from Him, show you what to do. Gosh, I've been chewing on gum. Can y'all hear me smack? I needed some gum to chew on. I'm hungry. Wow. It's pink, y'all. I'm gonna change the lashes. I'll be right back. While that dries, my lashes that I'm changing out, those Soho lashes were just, I'm gonna have to throw those away because they don't, each time I put them on, they just never worked for me. Like the curl was just way too intense, and I felt like the way that the lashes laid, they just didn't do anything for me. So I'm just gonna go in with my Morphe Brushes Continuous Setting Spray. This is my new favorite setting spray. So we're gonna be using I'm literally at the end of my ColourPop K lip liner. And we're gonna add Nude to my lip by Gerard Cosmetics. So I'm gonna add some gloss to this. I don't ever do glossy lips. But today is a different day, girl. You don't want that getting on your teeth. That ain't cute. This is my look. This is the completed look. What do you guys think? Does it go well with this lip color? With the change of lashes? The Sohos were just not working for me, but I like how it turned out. All right, Karen and Annette. Girl, stop smacking that gum like that. Alright, you guys, that completes this look. It actually turns out okay. So, and I'm actually filling it with the lip gloss. I don't always wear lip gloss. I usually do the matte liquid lipsticks, but I think this pulled the look together. What do you think? Got the holographic pink highlight. Can you even tell? Can you tell? Can you see the pink? This was a pink makeup tutorial. Don't play with me. That's it, you guys. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you're brand new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and then hit that bell right beside it. That way you are notified of my future uploads. And also, don't forget to follow me on my Instagram at loveannette2. And that's it. I'll catch you in my next video.